The Sequre SI012 is well packed in foam, where I was a bit surprised to see it comes with two tips. A long fine point tip, and a shorter chisel-shaped tip. Both tips should be enough to meet almost all your soldering needs. Main body is clear and relatively compact, with just two mode buttons and a 0.91-inch OLED screen. At the tail end is a USB-C adapter and barrel port for power. Other end is a receptacle for the tips, all in a very light package. I'll have to admit that being quite intrigued with all the circuit components you can see through the clear body. I'm tempted to add some micro SMD LEDs inside. Accessories included spare screws and wrench, and folding stand with cleaning sponge. Fold-out manual gets the job done with clear diagrams and summary of functions. A separate box contains the AC power adapter that has a wide input voltage range and is rated for roughly 65 watts output. Just add solder and you are ready to go. So, first step is to install the tip of your choice. A tiny screw secures the tip in place on the Sequre, pun intended. Core weight is only 1.2 ounces. Alright, so let's power this guy up. You're greeted with a quick title and version before settling in on a basic display, which shows current mode, temperature setting, power bar, and input voltage. Tip's temperature is a large number in the center. OLED screen is crisp and bright. No colors, but you don't really need any. Holding the A button starts the tip heating. Hold it again, and it turns off the heating. Holding button B gets you into the settings menu, where you have 6 options for configuring the iron you can cycle through. Iron menu presets the tip temperature, step resolution, units, temp display stabilizer, sound enable, auto heating, and factory reset. Holding the B button again selects that options to change, where you now use the A and B buttons to change the values. Press and hold both buttons to exit, or just wait a few seconds. The settings are very intuitive and practical. In the idle screen, you have the sleep timer that reduces temperature to a set value after a specified amount of time, which can be up to 990 seconds. Idle time for after sleep time has expired, and sensitivity setting for how hard you have to shake the iron to wake it up from sleep. OLED screen menu has brightness settings, which can practically turn into a flashlight, or pretty dim. You can also flip the display for you lefties. There is a button of reassignment, but it's not clear what it does. Choice of 2 languages, English and Russian. In the volt menu, there is a power option not shown in the manual, low voltage warning, and something called a supply voltage compensation. Calibration option in case things get out of whack. And about screen, which shows versioning information. Note the voltage ranges. Okay, now that I've become one with the menus, let's see how it works in practice. A good test would be soldering up a new connector to an old speed controller. Off goes the old Anderson connectors. Plug up the iron, bump up the temperature a bit, and go. Here is a real-time showing of how fast it gets to temperature. Super fast. I decided to use a chisel tip for this operation. I'm thinking the flat part will have good heat transfer for the larger wire. A little tinning of the connector. The iron seemed to have no problem heating up both connector and wire at the same time, and quickly enough not to melt the connector. Not too bad, if I say so myself. Out of curiosity, I wanted to see if I could get the iron to work off a USB-C power using a quick charge 2.0 cell phone charger. It powered up, but it gave a low voltage warning for a moment until it negotiated a higher voltage with the charger. Then all looked good. It was noticeably slower to reach operating temperature, taking roughly a minute to hit 350 degrees versus just a few seconds with the regular power supply. But I still could hit max settable temperature. So I think the USB-C port, while slower to heat up, is a pretty nice feature for out in the field use. Plus, you can update the firmware through the port. I really like my other Sequre battery-powered iron, and this AC-powered one is just as good. The nice thing is I don't have to go digging for my battery. In fact, I'll now keep my battery-powered unit in my car for field use and keep this AC-powered one inside the workshop. It'll be best of both worlds. Hi, thanks for watching. Please take a look at the video description below for special HobbyView sales and discounts. Your purchases help support this channel. Happy modeling!